Hello everybody, this is Sara Perry. Welcome to my channel. Hello anyone new out there, and thank you to everyone who is still listening regularly. It really means a lot to me. If you'd like a private reading, get on down to the website www.saraperry.me. And if you haven't done so and would really love to or feel the need, then please do like, share and subscribe. So today I want to talk about judgment, how we judge things. It's really easy to look at something at first sight and judge a situation very quickly, and often many of us don't like to be judged, but it's actually the weakness we have ourselves, that we are the judges. At the end of the day, we are our own judge and jury, but the biggest judge and jury out there is the universal judge courthouse that we're all living within, and we're living within the laws of karma, which are much greater than ourselves. I'm talking about judgment because I feel like today is going to be one of those energetic situations where all eyes are upon you. Some of you may be feeling, kind of in the limelight, where you're not particularly happy about it, where you don't feel necessarily comfortable about it. And you may feel like everyone's looking at you, judging you. Maybe you're feeling uncomfortable in what you're wearing. You couldn't find, the best outfit that you thought was ironed and cleaned, and you had to go with your second option, which is something you wore last year, and it feels outdated compared to what everyone else is doing, everyone else is wearing. As you're feeling judged, you're judging the other, you're judging yourself, judging what people are thinking of you. And I go back to time, because it's a waste of time as worrying, when really you need to be looking at what you're doing and what you're going to be presenting. So imagine you're going out on stage for the first time. You've done everything from behind the scenes. This is the first time you're doing public speaking, and you've got an audience of 20,000, and they're all looking at you eagle-eyed because they've all read your book, but they've never seen your face and they've never heard you actually speak up front. And you're meant to be maybe reading an extract from your book or talking about why you've written your book, and you're feeling, you've never done this before, so immediately you feel uncomfortable in the comfortable clothes that you always wear, right? You picked something you thought was right. You've looked at the people around you, all efficient and, all look confident, and you're thinking, oh my God, I haven't been out of the house for a million years and everyone's going to be looking at me funny. But again, you're judging them. Are they going to be looking at you funny? Why would they be in the audience wanting to listen about you and what you're doing? They're not coming here to look at what you're wearing, okay? Consider how you think, how you judge every situation, because how you judge a situation is what you're kind of projecting, really. And it's how, at the end of the day, it's up to other people what they think of you. It's their life, it's their choice, it's their mindset, it's their frame of mind, it's their fear, it's their weakness, it's their cross to bear. Yours, and yours is your own too. So take control of it. As well as being judgy, which isn't really great, because who likes to be judged, what we do, or criticised, because that's actually how it feels. You're actually manifesting something. You're creating what is coming. You're prejudging a situation. Because really, when you're behind the scenes and you're considering what people are thinking of you, you're judging them without actually judging them fairly, right? Because they're not in front of you. Have they actually shown you themselves? Have they actually spoken to you? Have they actually had the chance to tell you that, or even said that you look wrong, you don't fit in, that your outfit's rubbish, and, you're not doing a good job? So is that not just as unfair as somebody looking at you strangely? How do you know? They might be looking at you strangely because they're thinking, oh, actually, I've seen that person. I think I know that person. Sometimes we have an expression because we're thinking, and it can look a little bit judgy, right? So you might be looking at someone and they're looking at you weirdly, and you're thinking, oh my God, they don't like me. They think I look awful. And you immediately focus on the biggest weakness. Maybe you've got a spot on your face that you saw in the mirror this morning and you've tried to cover it up. Someone gives you a strange look because they're trying to work out where they've seen you before, and you immediately think, oh my God, they've seen my spot. Consider how often you do this, just walking down the street? How often do you put all your energy into what someone else is doing, not your own, when you haven't actually got any fact? If we actually worked with fact and not fiction, or what is made up in our own heads, we would be a lot further ahead. If you knew what was real and you believed in what you were manifesting and you understood how manifestation works, it would be a lot more positive. We spend a lot of time judging ourselves because we didn't do this or we didn't do that or I should have done that and oh, I'm a bad person. Because we'd been judging a situation before we began and we made a choice down, which began with a judgment. So really think about that. Where you think someone's looking at you or questioning what you're doing or you're worried about how someone's going to react, you are the person presuming that person has negative intentions before you've even been there. And because you're already seeing that in your mind, you're creating a negative. You're projecting your own negative onto a person who is then going to project it back to you. So consider what, you're putting out there or what you're thinking. This brings you back to just the single thought, how powerful that is, how our old experiences suddenly trigger judgments which have no foundation. There's no fact. It's very easy to walk into a room and immediately judge the situation just by who is talking to who. Maybe you've fallen out with somebody and that person is talking to your best friend and you look at them and think, oh my God, they're talking about me. Why? Is that fair on them? They might have done wrong to you, but are you not doing the same back to them? I mean, we talk about an eye for an eye, but really? Do we need to do that? Is that a waste of time? Do we have to give back what we had? Isn't that just as bad? Just want you to think about this today because I feel like, you could be in a situation where you're already presuming something is going to be the worst when it could be the best. And you could really take hold of the positive now and presume, if you're going to spend time judging someone in negative, why not look at these two people, your best friend and the person you've fallen out with and think, oh my God, they're talking about making, they really want to get, they're really sorry and they want to, come back and apologise and everything's going to be all right. And my friend is actually telling this person to give me another chance. Why not that? Why do we look at the worst? We look at the worst because it's a way of protecting ourselves from the worst that can happen. Because if we know that the worst has happened, then we actually prevent ourselves pain. But actually what we're doing is self-sabotaging and creating more pain. We're just bringing more into our lives. Our thoughts are the most powerful thing. Our mindset is the most powerful thing. If you can clear your mind completely before you do something and enter a situation with that kind of, like a child, curiouser and go in and, let go of all judgment, you will find that you will probably have the most honest representation projected back onto you, and the most positive, more likely, and it could be unexpected. And isn't that more fun than, knowing the whole plot before you start? Isn't it more fun to just be open to expectation and, or open to the unexpected or possibility and see what happens? That way you're opening a door to so much more good energy. If you're already looking at the negatives and you're already blocking off, you're protecting yourself, you're putting a barrier around yourself, and what you're giving out, people are picking up on. So more than likely, if you're presuming everybody hates you, you're literally telling everybody, hate me, don't like me, I'm protecting myself, don't come near me. It's very similar when you don't like your body, your outer image, your physical self. You protect yourself with more. You probably put on weight, you collect energy around your body physically, because then you're protecting yourself from anybody coming near you. But you still don't like yourself and you're still comparing yourself, but nobody's saying anything. You're just creating this image you don't want. So really think about this. There could be, you could have been in a situation where you're kind of in a tug of war right now, and it's because of triggers that are causing you to be in that situation, that vibration. So I hope this has helped you. If you want a private reading, get on down to the website and please like, share and subscribe. Speak to you soon.